Hi, I'm gonna do a bit of a rant here, so thank you for watching and bear with me. This is in relation to my last video. So I'm here in Ohio at the Dayton, Ohio BBW blowout. I've never been to a bash before, and I've had a lot of people ask me if I'm going to the next one here, there, and everywhere else. The answer is a big old no. I don't think I ever need to go to another bash again. I'm a guest here, and I'm grateful for the opportunity, and it's been an eye-opener. Like I said, this came out of me meeting a friend at NAFA conference back in August, and then meeting up at a few other fat events and talking about Dayton, I guess, and how they were really hungry for the good fat word is what I call it, and I was really just excited to help get the information out there. So he and I co-hosted a NAFA table at the vendor fair yesterday and today, and that was fine. That was great. I didn't really feel that many people were interested or receptive at all. There was a few people who were willing to actually engage in conversation or even look at the materials, but a lot of people just kind of rolled their eyes or kept walking, straight up ignoring us. I mean, we weren't really giving a hard pitch or anything. It was just kind of, here's some information, feel free to take what you like. He had even bought a bunch of books to give away to people for free, and people were very suspicious of that. But it was cool for the most part, very chill, which I appreciated. So I was just at this dance party, which is why I'm dressed this way. No, I look this glam every day. And I had to leave because I was uncomfortable, I guess. I hate to even say that. I don't want to say disgusted. I'm trying to find the right word here. I was sad. I was heartbroken. I had to fucking leave because I know it's all in the name of fun, but basically it was a dance party. We're getting down, listening, you know, there's some good music. There's some weird songs they threw in there that I didn't know or didn't like, but whatever. I know I'm a snob. But they played some good stuff, and I was dancing, having a good time. Then they asked everyone to clear the dance floor for their Miss Mardi Gras contest. And I thought, oh, maybe it's like a little beauty contest or something, or a costume contest, who knows. That's why my little Mardi Gras, someone gave me this. I think it's cute. It was not a beauty contest, far from it. I know that's not exactly a feminist thing either. I found myself super challenged and found it very hard to bear witness to what I saw, and that is why I had to leave. I couldn't just sit there and watch this. I knew my face would betray me. I have a hard time controlling my facial expressions in such situations, and so I had to go. And so I'm in my hotel room here, and I just had to get this off my chest. I know I've been a bit cryptic about things lately. I'm done with that, you know. I'm not trying to single anyone out or make anyone feel bad, but this is my blog. This is what's on my mind, and I hate, you know, having to hide things like this. So I've never been to a bash, and I had heard stories, but basically this Miss Mardi Gras contest, they have a line of guys in chairs at one end of the dance floor. Everyone is watching. There's several hundred people, and I mean, it took me a good 5 minutes to leave just to get to the door. It was so packed, and I was sitting right on the edge of the dance floor practically, and I couldn't see at first. I was trying to see, and these guys were sitting in a row in chairs, and they each had a banana unpeeled, and basically the contenders for Miss Mardi Gras have to demonstrate their talent on the banana while the man holds it where his banana would be. After watching one girl, I didn't really see the first two because they stayed off in this corner, and like I said, it was super packed. But this one girl, she told the guy to lay on the floor, and I didn't need to see this. I'm sure it's fun when you're that drunk, and pretty much most of the people there were super drunk. I had a couple drinks. I didn't even get buzzed. I wasn't comfortable. And while I didn't feel unsafe per se, I didn't really feel like I needed to be intoxicated, you know? I usually like to have a drink, one, to loosen up before I go out on the dance floor. And I might have one more later, but a ton of water because I'm dancing. Anyway, you know, I'm not judging anyone. And from what I've heard, when people don't have access to the good, fat, awesome, positive, feminist things that I have in my life, I know that's a privilege now. I know that is such a fucking huge privilege. I mean, it's really shocking. I know that the fat community where I live is amazing. And I'm grateful for it every day. I'm trying to get my words together. Sorry. But talking to some people, they don't have that stuff here. And even things like NAFA, I mean, it's like, oh, I think I've heard of that, or what is that? There's such a need. There's such a fucking need. It breaks my heart. It breaks my heart as a feminist, as a person, as a fat person, whatever. It doesn't matter. I know that they come to these things because they feel safe. They don't feel that they will be treated poorly because they're in a larger body. And the age and size diversity is fantastic. I wish there was more diversity, of course, but I'm always saying that. When you don't have access to something positive or to the information that can lead you to a more positive place, I think that's why people come to these parties. And certainly there's people who just come to cut loose and get drunk and act stupid. I get that. But this was just, like I said, heartbreaking for me to witness, and it's why I'm kind of rethinking a lot of stuff, and I thought I would get a chance to write this weekend. I haven't really had a chance, but I have like one of the oldest laptops ever, so it takes forever to start, and anyway, who cares? That's why I'm doing this video. So yeah, I'm not saying there's an answer. I'm not saying things are right or wrong or whatever. I'm just wow, I had no idea. I guess I did. I guess this stuff is everywhere, no matter what size you are. If you want to act like that and do those things, there's always somebody waiting for that opportunity, right? To give you the opportunity to act like that. I don't know. I want to believe that they feel good about themselves, and they do this because it's hilarious and fun and whatever. No one gets hurt, right? But I saw some of the people down there, and they're so drunk that I don't know that they could protect themselves from harm, you know? And I don't want anyone to get hurt. I don't know why I'm suddenly like the fucking safety monitor, but you know, you see people so intoxicated sometimes that I've been there. I have. I just I guess I always was really lucky that I had friends with me to make sure I was okay, and not everyone does. And so I know there's safety in numbers and all that, so that's probably why I'm alive today. So thank you, my lovely friends, for always being there for me. And God, I just wish I could take all the things that I have seen and learned on my personal fat and self-acceptance journey, because and compress it into a pill or something. I don't know. How do you get this stuff to people so that they can understand? I just think that they all deserve something better. We all do, and I think we can have fun and be safer. You know, I do what I can to stay happy and healthy in my everyday life, and I just want that for everyone. And I mean, I haven't felt unsafe like the whole time or anything, but there have been moments. I do feel like a lot of the guys here are like wolves. I mean, I'm not I don't know what's in people's heads, right? But I see the way people look at each other and kind of the stuff said under breath, you know, or to the side, and I just don't want to see anyone victimized. And I feel like the opportunity is really there. It's like ripe for the picking, and there's not a lot in place to protect people. Yeah, it just really, it bugs me. I mean, I did have some fun. There was a dance party last night as well. No contests. They played some of my songs. And I was having a really good time dancing with this one lady. And finally, you know, she was like next to me on the dance floor half the night. And finally she goes, "I am too old for this." And I was like, "What are you talking about? You look great out here, you know." And she goes, "I am 55. And I was like, wow. Because we were cutting it up. And she was right there with me the whole time. It was really awesome. And she was out there tonight too. She looked so cute. I don't know. I did have some fun, and I wanted to have fun again tonight, but I just couldn't participate. I couldn't even pretend to be okay with what I was seeing, and the way everyone just crowded in, and the looks on people's faces, they were like so into this, and I just thought, why? You know, I'm all for being proud of your BJ talents, sure, but what are you getting from this? What do you, I mean, this isn't something that you can tell your grandkids, right? Not that that's, you know, a measure of something worth doing, but I just can't, I mean, maybe I'm too shy. Maybe that's what it is. I wouldn't say I'm too modest. I mean, look what I'm wearing. But I look great, and I don't mind so much all that. But actually, the fashions here have been quite excellent. Although it seems like everyone here shops at Torrid. Every dress, I'm like, oh my god, where'd you get that dress? Torrid. Torrid. Don't get me started. But yeah, I had to leave, and I even posted on my Facebook a few minutes ago that some days it's really hard to be a fierce fat femme, and my heart goes out to any fierce fat femme or fierce fatty who lives here or lives in the Midwest and doesn't have access to the things that I do in the Bay Area. I know it's really kind of special and awesome in this great bubble. By far not perfect, but perfect doesn't exist. So it fits in my heart, and I just want to share that with the world. I wouldn't buy the world a Coke. I'll tell you that much. I would buy them a ticket to No Lose if I could buy them something, because when you see the things I've seen at NAFA and No Lose and things like this, these amazing fat positive spaces, and there's a difference between a fat positive space and a fat safe space, and fat with or safe with a big fat asterisk, because like I said, I haven't felt unsafe the whole time, but there's definitely been some moments where I'm like, wow, and I know I'm a little paranoid, and I'm a long way from home, and that certainly heightens things, but I'm using my peephole in my door when I get room service. I've been kind of holed up in my room when I'm not at the vendor fair for my own comfort, and I'm super glad that I do have my own room. That was not the original plan, but it worked out great for me. I'm grateful. I am super grateful for the opportunity to be here and to see this, even if it did make me uncomfortable. I'm all about getting outside my comfort zone, maybe not to this extent, but maybe I needed to see this to remind me why this activism is so important, and maybe to refocus. And I want to team up with people where these things are not available in their area. And I hope if you see this that you really seriously consider doing your own fat positive event or meetup or picnic or fucking dance party, whatever. But be safe and keep people safe, because like I said, I've just seen so many things lately, and it's all kind of accumulated in my head, and it's just so sad. And it's nothing like other awesome things that I've been to. And it can be, I feel like it's so easy to make it safe and accessible to people, and still party and have a good time. You don't have to compromise your safety, I think. And I guess that's it. I just I had to get that off my chest, and I hope you're all doing really well. And yeah, I miss home a lot, and I'm okay. I feel a bit like a prude or an old lady or something, but I know I'm not, and that's what's hard, because I know I'm not. I'm cool, man. It's just, yeah, it's just been a shocker, I guess. What can you do? Different strokes, right? So, thank you for watching and listening to me go off about this. Bye.